money scams, crypto scams, mainly crypto scams.
Well, the biggest red alert or red flag for me is when I don't know who is behind the crypto project.
Saying, fake it till you make it.
When creating fake things is actually something you do with a click of a button.
Fake followers, fake all of this, because they're actually one way or another connected.
Quick return, short time, don't have to do anything, trust me, bro, and stop.
In marketing, I always compare marketing to fitness because it's the exact same thing. It just depends how much time you're going to invest into. Welcome back to our third episode together with Anton today. You know, our podcast is a free form and free fun and free education and free advice. So welcome back for those who are new here or old here, and welcome for those who are new here. And come and join us for this little half an hour, 45 minutes to discover something new. And today we're going to talk about money scams, crypto scams, mainly crypto scams, and also in a marketing perspective about fake followers, fake all of this, because they're actually one way or another connected. So how are we going to get started? Are we going to talk about the crypto first?
Oh, I like how you put the crypto. I like your direct proposal. And I mean, when I was reflecting now, as you were saying it, that first, big welcome to all the audience. Happy to see you, all new and old followers, subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet or don't follow us, do that now. And when I was reflecting how you were saying, in terms of scams or something being fake, in the crypto space, likewise same in the marketing space, I think we all realize how challenging is the digital environment, where creating fake things is actually something you do with a click of a button. And these magical stories created, magical tokens, magical followers, magical documents, everything is created that tries to give you the illusion, but to trick you actually, that something is happening and something has value, when it actually doesn't have any value, right? And I would actually also wonder, where do you have more scams? I think my first thoughts, as you were saying, this is the scams in the crypto world have a bigger financial damage for people than the scams and fake matters in the digital marketing world. But it doesn't mean they're less harmful, in many other ways. So I shared this a little bit from my crypto experience, but would love to hear how you see it.
Well,
because
it's like the saying, fake it till you make it. Although
yes.
I'm not the biggest fan of when it comes to so-called fake followers, I mean, you can fake it certain ways. I mean, we always have to put a little bit more. Marketing is always a little bit more extra. And I think that's also for the so-called crypto companies and everything. They have to sell a little extra what they already have and how it works. But I just want to know from my own perspective, how do you recognize that something is off and something is not making sense over there?
So in the crypto world, today, the biggest red alert or a red flag for me is when I don't know who is behind the crypto project. So, or plain language, when the team is anonymous. So it's such a high profile project, it's such a high profile company that for some reason we don't know who is the team. And the reason why that is the case for my experience is because in the end we draw trust from people. I trust you, Birgith, because I know you very well. We have a track record together. I know how you are as a person, and that inspires me, gives me a lot of confidence, that when we do something together, I can trust you. But when I see some token or a crypto project there, the team is anonymous. I mean, I don't care what's the reason, but for me, this is like a red flag and something I don't feel comfortable with. I'm saying it today because, you can argue, well, Anton, Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin, is anonymous. So what do you want? That's why I specifically pointed out today. that they having an anonymous team or a no team behind the crypto project for me is a red
Okay,
flag.
but here I'm just going to ask immediately. And I know it's a little bit different because we have different coins and different all these systems right
Yes.
now, like NFTs and all these kind of things. So I'm just going to, but what are your ways of seeing it? Because I know that there has been situations where influencers have been promoting certain kind of new financial systems, or also the crypto and all of this. And later on, turns out that there
Yeah.
was literally nothing, but they were the face of it. So what do you see? What, let's say, for example, I know that I don't actually even want to name it because I don't think it matters. Those who've seen it have seen it. But what is your way of telling to the people that, listen, okay, you can see that
Yeah.
they are doing
So
something and something is
um,
happening, but
one
also
of
look
the
at
kind of
behind, let's
like big
say,
red
this
flag
and
is
this and
actually
this.
also, or something I take a look at is like, what's the track record of the project so far? Do they have a product? Do they have any community? Do they have revenues? Oh my God, this is a dirty word in crypto. Does anybody ever make money with this product that they have, you know? And these are like very like hard things. Also, I think many times people look at who is the investor, early stage investor into the project, but this doesn't mean that the project is actually sound and that it's a good project. To give again a big example, FTX 2 years ago, biggest investors on the planet, most high profile investors on the planet. It turns out this company was a massive scam in a sense of stealing clients' funds and then using it for dubious purposes. So all of these things that I kind of mentioned are kind of like different factors and different attributes to kind of look into does a project kind of look good or not. But and also like a very practical thing. If somebody tells you, let's say an influencer, oh, this project is coming out, you're going to make a quick return and a big quick return. I mean, how often does that happen in real life? Probably not very often, right? So when I hear stories like this, you know, quick return, short time, don't have to do anything, trust me, bro, and you know, stuff like this. So these are, I don't know, does that make
Yeah,
sense, Birgit? You know,
exactly. And
good
this is
advice.
the same so-called with fake it till you make it, in that sense that buying all the, let's say,
Yes,
followers and building your Instagram or any other platforms that you have, let's say luxury cars, all of that kind of things, and
yes,
showcasing. I'm just going to say that these are little red flags, because I'm going to tell you that often those who have the money and making money, they don't really show off this way. So which means the reason they are showing this off is that they want money from you and to benefit from this project
yes,
by themselves, which is why I would say again that why maybe our channel in that sense is very beneficial, because Anton has over 10 years of experience in finance. So if you would like to hear a updated version and understanding what is really happening, and also to gain your own wealth through that, and definitely make sure to like and subscribe and see also the growth of Anton's visibility. Uh, yes, I just want to exactly come back to the fact that whoever, and it's the same coming back to the marketing, whoever DMs you that, oh, I have an amazing project right now, buy this, do this, you're gonna make a lot of money, then and even if their profile can look something amazing, I'm gonna tell you, and just from the logical perspective, those who are making money, they will not send you a message of saying, I know the secret hack, come and join my secret hack. So just to be aware of these kind of little things that they might sound amazing, but it's nothing more, like it's most likely not going to work out. But I want to talk about a different thing on that sense, that crypto markets right now, we know that the Bitcoin is going up, and I want to ask at the end of the podcast, what are your predictions of this year? Because we talked about this on the last podcast, how I finally started buying my Bitcoins, which I which I didn't do before. But how much are crypto markets so much, like, in the sense of manipulated?
yeah. So first of all, just to say is that in general, when you talk about manipulation of markets, everybody will tell you, well, this is not allowed, or we kind of intuitively know that this shouldn't be allowed, right? And why is that? Because when the markets are manipulated, then we know that a very small group of people benefits from that and everybody else loses. Big group of people lose on that, right? Because in the end, what happens with manipulation of markets, you're buying into something that doesn't have real value, and then the price will obviously drop to the true value, which if it has no real value, that means zero, and then there will be massive losses, And look, I mean, just to say is like crypto industry did not invent market manipulation. Crypto industry is not the place where you have the most market manipulation. This is the traditional finance and Wall Street, which is the experts in that, let's say it like that, or have traditionally been the experts in that. But to really make a very clear point that market manipulation is bad and is wrong because people lose money. And the reason why in crypto world it's challenging to stay away from market manipulation is because the tokens and the coins and the cryptocurrencies that you buy in the crypto markets, they're not regulated products. So all the safeguards and processes and procedures and and licenses and laws that you have that protect you or that try to protect you in the regulated world, they don't exist in the crypto world because it's not a financial product. It's very, very different instrument, and that's why the reason why it appears in the crypto industry and why people suffer is because they're not protected. And that's why I also like advise always people to be very careful, with the coins that they buy, because they want to buy ideally into something they hold long term. And you remember, Birgit, when you and I were talking and you asked me which coins I should buy, I think you even mentioned Dogecoin, Ethereum, and I said, for the beginning, if you want to do that, how about starting with Bitcoin slowly, gradually to learn? So I hope you need to tell me how was my advice. Was it good for you? Was it bad for you? How did you experience it? Are you happy now? So just to hear your thoughts. What would you like to buy further?
So I'm
all of it from
following
you.
everything what you're saying. So again, I'm going to say to everyone who is listening, follow what Anton is going to say, because we also, at the end of this podcast, I think I'm going to ask, or I know I'm going to ask Anton what he would recommend to do. I'm actually, to be honest, I am very this type of person that I kind of like it goes slow and I like to take things gradually. And it's the same in my marketing, what you have seen, that I don't promise overnight success. I do not sell fake dreams or fake possible scenarios that can happen, but I believe in in a way of building community and also learning from the community. And I think actually these two things go very well together. And like I mentioned in my last episode, my life is very easy. I have a Revolut app, and and those of you who doesn't have the Revolut yet, the links are in bio. You can order it. It's for free. It doesn't cost you anything, and you can buy. And by the way, it's not sponsored yet. I'm just gonna say it, even though.
Not yet. I like what you said.
Yeah, Revolut, if you're hearing us, then then maybe here is a little hint for you. That I buy once or twice a week, normally once a week, and yeah, that's what I all do. I just buy when I have my time to buy, and then I hold it, and we'll see. And like Anton said in the last episode, you need to know when to sell. I'm gonna wait for his message when it's going to be a party's over, and those of you who would like to receive that message needs to be our subscribers to receive that party's over, and now it has to change something. But I'm just gonna, before we're gonna go into the next, I'm just gonna ask, what is your vision? Like you said, because you have said a lot on your social media at the moment that this is the year of the Bitcoin, and what are the, let's say, 3 foundations that you have come up with that this is the year? Because I know you have studied markets for so long.
Yes. Yeah. So, like the couple of very important things happened lately that are really going to be a massive driver for a lot of people to be, for the first time, to invest into crypto. And now, one factor is something that has been happening for the last couple of years, that a lot of startups in the crypto world became a bit bigger companies with a lot of users, with a lot of services, with a lot of products. So today it's fairly easy to download an app, open an account. It's all for free. And then you easily deposit some small amount of money there. And with a click of a button, you buy Bitcoin. So this is what the industry has been building for the last decade, that you have a lot of these services and products where everyday people can buy in a very easy way. So this is the first point. The second point is something really fundamentally groundbreaking happened a few months ago, is that the US regulator approved a product that's traded on a regulated exchange in US that allows institutional investors to invest into Bitcoin. So why is it important? Because institutional investors have a very specific and strong demands. So for them, it's not as simple to open a wallet or open an account with a crypto startup somewhere and then deposit their millions and then buy crypto. So they need to work with big banks, big custodians, big service providers. It all has to be regulated on regulated exchanges, and then only then can buy and invest into Bitcoin. And this happened actually for the beginning of this year. The US regulator approved something called the Spot Bitcoin Exchange Traded Fund. Now, for people who don't know, come from finance, it's just a way for the institutional investors to easily invest into Bitcoin through regulated environment. That's basically what it is. And the reason why this is so important is because we already had tens of billions of dollars coming through these regulated products in the US and into the crypto markets buying Bitcoin. So if people are now wondering, oh, why did the price go up so much since the beginning of this year? It's because of this product that allowed institutional investors to invest into Bitcoin in a safe and secure way.
Okay. So yeah, and then
Yes.
the price is most probably going to go even higher, or what do you think?
Yes. So now, since I said made such a strong statement, oh, tens of billions of dollars came in already. So the question is, okay,
Mm-hmm.
how long will this last? How much will come over what time period? And what impact will that make on the price? So now, people have done very, very serious research to try to estimate what that will mean. And estimates are that $40 billion will come into the Bitcoin market through this regulated product over the next 3 years. Now, everybody who just heard that might say, Anton, for only 40 billion in 3 years, isn't that a little bit low? And the answer is yes, this was a conservative estimate. So conservative estimate is $40 billion will come in. Now, what that will mean for the price is that from my perspective, even though this is not a financial advice now to people, but when you read these research reports and they try to make some estimates and guesses, right? But not giving a financial advice, is that means that the Bitcoin price should go over 100,000 over the next 12 months, 18 months, or whatever. So this is kind of like the expectation, which is, quite a lot actually.
Yeah, it's half of pretty much, or at least from that moment when I
Yes,
started
exactly.
buying, it will be half
Exactly.
of going up. So
Exactly.
again, I'm just
Yes.
gonna keep on repeating the same thing over and over again. But as you can see, our podcast or the channel idea is to show you in a real time what's gonna happen and what are the markets, what are the things, and same in a way of my side of the work of marketing and branding to show how we're going to grow Anton's visibility. So those of you who would like to see this in a so-called live version, and as we can only do the things what we have to do today and just see the results from there on. And that's so anyways, in that sense, we're not promising anything. So we're maybe in 5 months, we're going to sit down here and talk about different things because things can change in the world very quickly.
Yes.
And that's why it's important to stay up to date. And especially with those who know the market, who study the market, who see the things. And so, yeah, again, I'm going to say make sure to subscribe in order to stay up to date because Anton is posting now daily on social media, on YouTube.
Yes.
And I see that the YouTube is growing very well. As you know, that this is also part of this channel to show how to go from zero to hero in that sense that we're going to grow the visibility
Yes.
because Anton, just walk me through do you know your stats at the moment? What is your LinkedIn doing and what is your,
Yeah. Yeah. So my LinkedIn is just to explain the context, Birgit has been encouraging me for many, many months, almost a year now, to do more videos and to post more videos. And I have taken this advice after a long time very seriously. So thank you, Birgit, for your motivation, your drive, and your inspiration. And for everybody who is listening as well, this is really something you will need. You need Birgith to really guide you to this process and explain you what's happening and motivate you and give you the right direction. And for me, the right direction was actually to do more videos. I have been doing before a lot of text-based content and so on, but I really now I'm going all in on videos. And to say it today, I'm posting several pieces of video content per day and uploading it all pretty much everywhere. So also on TikTok, on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and I would also do it now on Twitter a lot more. And so look, the stats are I'm doing now around 200,000 views on LinkedIn. Uh, uh, and this is purely through videos, by the way, which I notice are very different than text-based format. So I'm predominantly, doing videos, and I'm very happy that now on YouTube, predominantly through my shorts, I'm getting around 1,500, 2,000 views per day,
Yeah.
which is for me really a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah, it's really a lot for me.
And I see we are
Yes.
reaching at this moment. We don't know by the time the podcast is out, but we have already 152 subscribers, and the most of this have come within the last, I would say, 50 days. That it
Yes.
started. Yeah, exactly. So the moment you started taking it more seriously, posting it more regularly, you're doing 2 or 3 shorts per day at the moment.
I'm doing 5, but then I'm
And
uploading them a little bit, at different times, But the reason I think, Birgit, you asked me now a very good point. So why do I upload like 2, 3 when I do 5 per day? It's because I'm trying to give
the
myself a
buffer.
little bit of a buffer. So yeah, so because I think it's very important. And uh, and just to say, I mean, I'm getting followers on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram. So recently, I muted my notifications on Instagram back in 2015. So I never get any notifications except for new followers. And now when I start getting new notifications, and I know that I am muted for everything else, actually, not even messages, nothing. And now when I see I wake up in the morning and I see overnight I got a couple of followers on Instagram after so many years. It's such a rewarding. And well, can I say also, Birgit, one more thing? People are now DMing me and
Yes.
commenting on my video posts on YouTube, TikTok, and
But
Instagram.
I'm just gonna have 2 things to say actually from our last podcast. I was just like you were saying, oh,
Yes.
you have to follow what Birgit is gonna say and how it's gonna work. And I was just about to make fun of myself that last time when we talked about it, how I know you 10 years and you had all the platforms for me to buy the things and do the like buy the Bitcoin and all of these kind of things. And I did nothing. And then I was laughing at myself. I was like, yeah, I'm here the one who is telling, yeah, listen to me, what I'm going to tell you how to do. Meanwhile, I need 10 years of convincing that, okay, maybe now it's the time. Meanwhile, you within the 1 year, is like, okay, I'm going to do it. And here is another thing just to mention that it's it like it's 1 year of hard work. So every time when people will think of that, oh look, where is this person? This person is doing so well, and how they have reached there? They never see that normally. I'm just gonna say that normally when you go viral or big, like in the sense that people will really know you, it's about, I would say, 4 to 5 years when you're
Mhm.
gonna be visible and seen. So you just need to. I liked how Mr. Beast also said to make 100 videos and then come back to me to know what is the success of how to become successful on YouTube, and that's pretty much the truth.
Yeah.
You're going to put a lot of time of making it, but it has its reward. So instead of, and I know it sounds now very stupid of me to say that because we've been all done it. I mean, instead of having a Friday night out of partying, take that time and create something and build your visibility during this time. Because I mean, partying is great too. We met while partying, so I'm the last person here to
Yeah.
judge anybody. But just to find the fine balance. Okay, I want to reach there. Am I going to go out every night, or I'm going to limit this into this and this, and I'm going to know. And this is why I am very strict about my own time, even though I am so like a marketing. I don't like calling I don't like calling myself an expert, but let's say I've been on this for so long time. But I still have very strict times when I reply my Instagram messages, when I reply because if I jump from one thing to another, I would not get anything done. So that's why I kind of like to put the structure that do this on that time, then do this, and your results will be much better because you're really concentrating on a one thing, not that you're editing a video and somebody's messaging you like, I would like to meet you up. I would like to talk. And you're jumping to reply for this and you completely forget to upload your own video. So that's why also talking about muting things, I never have sounds on my phones because it's just for that reason that I be prioritizing my time for the things that are most important. And then I'll do the rest. But since we are talking anyways about scams and all of these kind of things, what is your opinion about fake followers and fake activity and fake, let's say, comments, fake all of this? Because of course I told you something in terms of, and then I mean, how do you see it today? Do you still, let's say, have sometimes coming through that, oh, it'd be so much easier to pay, I don't know, $100 and get 1,000 or 2,000 followers?
Yeah, so just to say, from my 151 followers on YouTube and 1,000 something on Instagram and 378 on TikTok, it kind of shows that I'm not going to that path. And I mean, on LinkedIn, where I have a lot more success, where I have around 27,000 followers, I also as well only got them through organic way because people discovered me, thought I was interesting, and I convinced them to follow me, and to see my content. I have to tell you, like, look, in the end, I mean, this is what you told me so many times, in the end, fake followers don't bring anything actually, because it's not real views, it's not real engagement, just doesn't do anything real for you. It's just optics. It's just an illusion that something is happening when nothing is happening actually. I have to say for me, like the only part where I'm sad that I don't have more followers on YouTube and on TikTok is because you need to have 1,000 followers on YouTube to activate the monetization. So I would like to have 1,000 followers to activate it and earn all these millions and hundreds of thousands, which should magically somehow happen. I don't know how, but for instance, that's why I would like to have 1,000 followers on YouTube, or I would like to have 1,000 followers on TikTok because then I can activate a live mode through a particular application because I can't do that if I have less than 1,000 followers. So these are like the things where I would like to kind of have more followers. But to be honest, the platforms that I'm just talking about now is you can go viral on them even if you have few followers because they're designed to show the best content to as many people as possible. It doesn't really matter if you have a lot of followers or little followers. It's just the quality of the content. And I can even give you an example on LinkedIn where I'm doing really well. My most viral post that did 300,000 views. 300,000 views is huge on LinkedIn, by the way. It's really big. It actually happened where I was just starting almost a year ago. So imagine it, and back then I had like 8,000 followers, and I had my most viral view text content. So I think followers matter because it's your community, and it's something very important to you, and the people support you, engage with you. But you need real people interacting with you. And I think, Birgit, you told me so many times when I said, well, why don't I get it, for illusion purpose? And you always told me, no, don't do it. No, don't do it. It adds no value. And I'm so happy you told me that because you put me on the right track.
Here's again, I'm gonna repeat. I'm gonna be very annoying about it, constantly repeating. But I'm just gonna say that those of you who would like to see in 1 year time, where is Anton's YouTube, where are the views, and all of these kind of things. And this is something we're working behind constantly to show you why organic engagement, why all of these kind of things are important. The reason I'm gonna say what happens is when we buy fake followers or fake illusion, what's gonna happen is every single social media platform works on the fact that, for example, I post on something, and if none of my followers will like it or comment or interact, it will not show it to anybody else. And if you have bots staying there which means you're going to harm the rest of the time your visibility. Overall, even if you have an amazing content, it will not be shown because none of your own tribe, which are bots on that time, will not like it, will not
Yes.
comment, will not do anything. The same thing is if you're thinking of becoming an influencer or anything, every brand will nowadays ask you, what is your reach? Like, what is your audience, where it goes for? And if you don't have to show anything that it's pretty much, you can see it's fake. Let's say your engagement rate is very, very low. It's just not going to help you in any shape or form. And everybody would know that. So you're sitting there, you spent, I don't know, let's say $200 to have 20,000 followers, and there you are. That's it. It's the end for you. Instead, you start step by step, building it, being consistent, believing in what you're doing, and improving from there, because none of us are perfect when we first start, and we don't even have to be.
Yes.
But not to go down that slippery road that, oh, everybody's gonna see I have 1,000 followers, they would like to engage with me. I'm gonna tell you that social media is as much as real life as it's real life, actually, which means if somebody follows you on social media, real person, they have seen you, they will get in touch with you in that sense of saying, oh, let's say we have this event, would you like to come on this event, or this. So it will not happen if you have 100,000, let's say, followers who are fake or something like this, because if you're not visible, no one can reach out to you who is the real one. So you better have starting slowly, step by step, and then you will start getting invitations, then you will start growing from there. And if you keep on doing, there's no way it's not going to grow. Like, there shouldn't be that fear that, oh, I'm putting so much work and I'm not going to grow. No, you most probably will, but you have to do the work. It's not one video per month or one video in 6 months and you don't think the magic will start to happen. And we see this with everything. So that's why building the communities, being authentic, and keep doing it, you're going to see the results.
Yes.
I see it with my clients over and over again. And I, of course, have myself a regret in that sense that I didn't start YouTube earlier. Maybe, of course, the fears that we spoke about last time, like you see yourself over there in that sense, you make mistakes. I mean, for me, what's a big thing was the language, in that sense that I have an accent, I make mistakes. So I had so many excuses why not to do it. And then when I was looking at others, I was like, they're talking complete crap. Like, what is this thing? Like, but it was so easy for me to just say it, but not put out my version and my way of seeing it. And maybe that would have helped even more people or would have given them an information. So that's why finally we get to do this together, in that sense that you are very in the beginning of your YouTube, of the TikTok and all of that. And in 1 year time, we can see the difference and we can compare of, we started from there, this is what we did, and here are the results. So take it or leave it, or up to you, and there's one more thing that came through me, but I completely now forgot about it. But anyways, yeah, this is my way of seeing this. So don't do that.
Yes. Yes. And Birgit, you explained it so perfectly, and I really wanna repeat something we spoke about last time. And this was really the most profound, super smart, but also counterintuitive thing you told me when we started. Is you said quantity over quality at the beginning. And when you said that, for me, it was like, oh, I don't understand it. Why is it like that? But I totally see it working. I need to, first of all, I see it because people watch more of my stuff. I get more followers, I get bigger reach, but also I see it because I'm improving. I create content, I push it out, and then few days later, I'm thinking, wait, this video was very good, but the other four were not the best,
Who says
and I
that?
see it
Yeah,
in the views as well, and I think this feedback loop, right? A feedback loop where we create content, we put it out there, we get feedback, we improve, and then we iterate, and it gets better
exactly,
and better.
exactly. And only like this you can become better. I don't believe that you can so-called get better. I don't have this right now here, but sorry to jump from one thing to another, but this was exactly what I was supposed to tell you. So you read my mind right now. I came across with a post that was saying that you don't post daily. There was a big account, it's a marketing account, and was like, I do not recommend you to post daily. Instead of focus on 2-3 reels per week, one carousel post and something else. And then I was like, okay, interesting. And I went on the comment section and I was just like looking at what are they saying? Like, what is the reason? Because this doesn't make any sense, but I would like to know how do they pack this up? What is their strategy behind it? And then the strategy was behind it was literally said, because somebody said, this doesn't make any sense because with such a little post, you will not get the reach. And this account itself replied, yes, we are recommending this because not a lot of people have a time to create the content. So that's our strategy. And I was like, well, then these people will not get there anywhere either. That's it. If you don't have a time, it's not going to work. It's the same if I'm not going to go, let's say, to fitness to work out. I'm not going to get fit. That's it. It's up to me. If I do 1 time a week, 2 times a week, or if I do 5 times a week, the results are different. It's the same in marketing. I always compare marketing to fitness because it's the exact same thing. It just depends how much time you can invest into.
Exactly. And Birgit, I noticed on Instagram because I follow you, you're doing fitness very well, very great. You're looking better every day. So very now athletic, looking awesome. So tell us a bit more about your fitness journey as well. We can dive into that as well.
You know
Tell
what?
us.
I was just talking about it because, like I said, the last episode, those who haven't seen, I'm almost half naked there. And
Yes. Yeah, now everybody will go to the other video, by the way. So, okay,
and
thank
I
you.
was thinking of my own, like, I'm trying to give, like, because I already know we women get criticized regardless, whether I look pretty, whether I don't look pretty, whatever it is. And then I'm just thinking there, like, a woman comes to talk with a fine, like, trying to look smart, trying to give some opinion. And then it's like half naked, almost there. It's like, if my words will not sell, maybe my body will. So this time I tried to cover up a little bit better. But yeah, fitness, I mean, yeah, it's going well.
Fitness, yeah.
Yeah, like, we have the free form over here. So that's why I do not take it so seriously that we learn things, but at the same time we are having fun. So, yeah. But, and how is your fitness going?
How is fitness going? No. How is it? I mean, my fitness is going very strong. So, I try to work out every day, or at least kind of like 5 times per week with weights. So very important to do weights, not just cardio. And to be honest, I wanted to ask you, like, I feel bad when I don't work out for a long time period. So I don't know that does this happen to you as well? But definitely I somehow feel, I don't know if it's the hormones, what is it in our body that makes us feel a lot better, but after a workout I feel really awesome. And that's why ideally, I go to the gym early in the morning, which doesn't always happen, but this is kind of my
And I think
preference.
that, again, coming back to these little things are very important in everything. When we spoke about this in our last episode, entrepreneurship and all of these kind of things, if you would like to reach to a certain level, you need to change certain habits. So fitness is one of the things that helps your brain incredibly. Like, you are more alive,
Yes.
you have more ideas, you get more creativity. So that's why, for example, I kind of like to at one point walk away from my computer. And here is something actually for everybody who is creating content. You are in a creative zone. You have to have this time that I make my content. And if you feel stuck, go outside. I don't know, walk, run, do just something. And you come back and you solve this so quickly. Because if our brain is so-called sits in a one place and you do one thing behind a computer, it cannot create as well. So I always say that try to find a good balance, because creative mind, I think we have about 3-4 hours where we are very creative, and then we can do the
Nice.
automatic stuff. But if you would like to create, fitness is definitely a part of. So if any fitness sponsors wants to come through, then next time we will be in the gym.
Mhm.
Okay. So I have actually one more question before we continue talking about our fitness here. 3, I would say, strategies or things you would recommend right now to buy? Let's say you buy Bitcoin, but do you have anything else that you would say that let's go with that?
Yeah. So first, when we talk about buying other tokens, we also have to understand that they have different risk profiles, different potential upside, because usually higher risk leads to higher upside. But also sometimes they're not so easily accessible to people. You can't buy them at every crypto exchange or crypto wallet, for instance. And then also very important to understand is that crypto markets together are very connected. So, you know, so it's very difficult. For instance, what I'm mentioning is it's very difficult to find a token that goes up in price when Bitcoin goes down in price, or vice versa. So, but now when we kind of think about it, okay, if we kind of Bitcoin is maybe a natural first choice for many people because it's just the most popular, the most well established, the most well known, the most accessible. Kind of the second most well known cryptocurrency is actually Ethereum or Ether. And usually when I explain it to people, like Bitcoin is like your digital gold. So kind of a scarce asset that you cannot create out of thin air. There's a limited amount of Bitcoins. So 21 million Bitcoins in total, but it doesn't mean you have to buy a whole Bitcoin. You can buy a small fraction. Just very important to explain that. And so this is your digital gold. This is Bitcoin. And now Ethereum is kind of explained to people that it's the currency that powers a world computer. So a world computer somehow would run programs, right? Or applications. And these applications, you need to power them somehow, and to pay to power them, to use them, the currency to do that is Ether. So this is your big explanation, kind of what Ether is. And this is maybe the second that I would mention. Then the third I would mention is something very important as people don't know, that in the crypto world, you have something called stable coins. So stable coins are coins that have a stable value. And the most popular stable coins are dollar stable coins. So you buy a coin, you buy a token, but that token represents a dollar. So it doesn't move in price. So if you swap your dollar for a dollar stablecoin, you have the same. It should be the same. And the reason why this also is very interesting is because stablecoins, when you buy your Bitcoin and now you decide to sell it, you can sell it into your stablecoin. So you're still in the crypto world. You can move stablecoins very easily between exchanges. So if you want to move, your money from, I don't know, Revolut to Binance, instead of going through the banks, which would take, 2 weeks or many days, you can do it with stable coins. So I think three most important coins that people need to know at the beginning is Bitcoin, Ethereum or Ether, and stable coins.
Okay. Okay, so take this with you today. What if you're wondering how to
Yes.
fill up your wallet? And again, highly recommend. I think most of it you can do on Revolut. No, yes,
You can do
or
you can do a few on Revolut, but
okay.
not most of them. And this is the part that we talked about
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
accessibility. Revolut doesn't offer you to buy all of the cryptocurrencies that are there, or not even the most popular. So it allows you to buy around
mm-hmm,
30, 40 cryptocurrencies, but by far not
mm-hmm.
thousands of them. To buy thousands different type of cryptocurrencies, you have to go to other crypto
Anything
exchanges.
to recommend?
I think so. First, there's a couple of crypto exchanges. They're very established. They're big. They're very liquid. It's easy to buy and sell cryptocurrencies. So one of them is, for instance, Binance. Binance is the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange. The second largest cryptocurrency exchange is Coinbase. So a lot of people have heard about Coinbase. They're US based. And maybe, one in Europe or in Switzerland is, for instance, called Liquor. So if you decide or you want to buy your cryptos, in Europe through dollars, euros, and Swiss francs, you can easily do that at Liquor Crypto Exchange.
Voilà. You see,
Voilà.
here we go. So those of you do not hold yourself back this year if you have any free money. Get yourself the first or I don't know how many, like make yourself the first test if you haven't done this yet, or if you already have some cryptocurrencies or you have something, then keep on doing it. And make
Yes.
sure to follow, make sure to subscribe, because like I said, every week you will receive some updates. And also let us know if there is anything you would like to show us or teach you or walk you through. And then we can prepare for that, because that's why we are here and that's why we are doing this.
Yes, exactly. And I think it's like a very powerful combination. What we're doing is, the two most, or I would like to feel the two most important things in the digital world. So it's the content and it's the digital currencies, the cryptocurrencies. And I don't know like how you feel about this, Birgit, but sometimes we talk about the views, we talk about the followers, about the reach, but to be honest, I would be comfortable showing my reach and my statistics and everything. So if this is interesting to some of the audience, please let us know, and we can maybe in the next show we can do like a
Yes,
screen share and walk you through the accounts and really show you what's happening
exactly.
behind the
And
scenes.
that's exactly that's why I said why it's so good to put down today what, especially the lower accounts, because LinkedIn, we have already reached quite a high following, quite a high reach for you, which definitely is going to go even higher. But especially to see from the beginning, because you were not there when you started LinkedIn. Like, it was, of course, you have 10 years of experience, which is a little
Yes.
advantage. But I would
I
say
get
that
it.
many of you who are
Yeah.
listening, you might have even more experience, but you'll be still holding yourself back. Like I mentioned before, I was so afraid, not afraid. Actually, the fear is not even a right word. I think I just didn't find myself exactly who I am. And so I was like listening to others and I'm like, they're talking complete crap. It's never going to work out. But they had millions of views and all of these kind of things just because they were putting themselves out there and they were doing it. And so for all of you, if that's going to motivate you and going to change something in your life, we play a little role in this.
Yes, exactly. And you look, just as you were saying this, Birgit, it reminded me so many times people say, "Oh, I can't believe these people started a crypto startup," or "I can't believe these people have launched their own token." How can they do it? I'm so much better than them. And also, it's the same way, like it's with creating content. You have to put yourself out there, put yourself in the unknown in front of a lot of hard work, and then you do it. And if you do it really well, then it's a success story and kind of things grow.
Yeah,
But it's the same, right? We always have to think what's holding us back and why are we not
exactly.
doing it, right?
Exactly. And often it's, yeah, I totally agree. It's always so much easier to say, oh, look at, they are doing this and it's not even going to work, but you're not doing anything. And then it's not going to work at all because you're not even putting yourself out there or sharing your perspective of it. Anyways, so today we're going to end this with a note of knowing that we, I think I just checked it. I'm going to put the screenshots anyhow here that we have on your account 152 and then the other one 152 subscribers on YouTube. So it's each week we will update you about everything and also walk you through what did we do and also the price of the Bitcoin. What is the price of the Bitcoin today? I know I saw it 60 US
71,000,
dollar.
yeah? 60. Okay,
Okay.
let's see.
Uh-huh.
Wow, you're correct. It's 68,000. I was wrong.
I know I checked before
Sorry.
I came on a call.
Okay, bravo.
So I had a bit of an advantage of this. You are talking of the USD, yeah? US dollar. Yeah.
Yes, against the dollar,
Yeah.
exactly.
But it's still up for me since I started. So, anyways. Okay, Anton, that's going to end up for today and see you here on next Thursday, I would say.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Birgit. It was awesome. I had a blast. And let's see next Thursday what we are up
All
to.
right.
Awesome.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.